box arts of all time, by the way. Just the
Yo. It's Silver Wheel.
I know how to work a
What
big
game
dick.
is this?
There we go. Wait, that sounds bad. Wait, no. Wait, no, I didn't mean it that way. Wait, no. That's not what I meant. No. I know how to work a big dick.
Why do you call yourself a small business? Every time I say this phrase, comments go absolutely crazy, so let me explain it. I think the confusion is because a lot of people view a small business as like a single person running an Etsy shop out of their house. And while those people are also classified as a small business, the legal definition is much broader than you'd think. It's generally accepted that a small business is any business with less than 100 employees and less than $10 million in assets. And we're absolutely beneath both of those numbers. And then people will try to bring up Amazon as an example of a big business, but there are thousands of other large businesses that are worth over $100 million, yet still small.
Oh, there's more. These headphones are so shit, dude. Like I can't hear footsteps or anything, man. God damn, I'm not a fan of these, man. I mean, I like the idea of having in-ear monitors, but these are not it, bro. Like I could not hear. Oh god. Oh, that's so bad. Gaming shirtless in a green screen's gotta be the most absurd thing. If you game with shoes on, then we ain't speaking. That's what I'm saying. I had a roommate who would get into bed with his shoes on. I wouldn't room with somebody like that. I wouldn't live with somebody like that. I game wearing those shoes with the toe things. Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's alright, I'm not.
What?
It sounded awfully like
Just need a moment.
Oh?
Getting big Sturmanism in this raid vibes. You're getting raided. You would raid me? In this economy? I'm flattered. Thank you, Bearkey. I appreciate the raid. Welcome, Bearkeyans. What the fuck? Compass? I didn't know even compasses spawned. What? Since when? Thank you. Welcome, everybody. It was a tough choice, to be honest. I could barely afford it. Yeah, well, it's gonna cost you. I'll be sending you an invoice after the stream. Big J Crew in Labs. Oh, wait. I need that so bad. Oh my god. All right then. Play some cool escape music. Mission Improbable.
For those who
I need this shit.
The fall is inevitable.
It can't go up my ass. My ass is a holy space that cannot have anything go up it until I've thoroughly. Oh my god, is that a dead body? Dude, that actually kind of looks lit. Let me see what's going on there. Am I seeing more free loot over there? crazy. Okay, now we can leave. Now we can leave. All right. Okay. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Sorry. So sorry. Apologize. Okay. Anybody got some? Oh, these gunshots do not sound good. What else? Oh no. That's all right. That's not at me. The scav doesn't see me at all. It's okay. The scav ran away. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. That scav can't see me through these bushes. All right. No, that's not me. That's not me. He's shooting somebody else. Ricochet. Go. Come on, run.
Panic.
Room. Shut up. Run. Run, you fly, you fool. Keep running. Run faster. Faster. Go. Go. I heard running. Actually, that was actually a real big dub for Hardcore Tarkov, because I have no idea how I'm supposed to get that logistics key if I didn't do that. Good night, Bearkey. Thank you so much for the raid. Bearkey raids me, and then I get instantly a shitload of good loot and a key that I need. Pretty good. Life's looking pretty good, boys. What kind of spawn is that? What the fuck was that?
Battery over here.
You pissed out your ass? Guys, you hear that? This guy pissed out of his ass. Hey, Scav. Semyon her Prussy. Semen her pussy? Semen her pussy? Semen her pussy? Hey guys. You don't sound good. You don't sound too good. You don't sound too good. You sound like you're on your... Sound dead. talk back anymore, man.
Shit. Oh no, where did I be?
No fucking way, dude. The poo PP56. Real freaky. Actually, I need that. I actually need that. I need it.
Hey, you die.
The weary traveler draws close to the end of the path.
What you sipping? I was sipping on a Buzzball. Oh, this is woman owned.
When one defiles
Women.
the
Oh, it's
effigy,
raining in
one
Tarkov.
defiles the emperor.
God.
Strike with fidelity inexhaustible.
Oh, that's not me?
Those who stand should never outnumber those who kneel.
Oh, fuck you. Oh, the sniper! Oh, okay. Okay, this is starting way too early for me. All right, that is not something that happens in the first 5 fucking minutes that I play this game. That is, it rains.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
What I need is a CPU fan. Can we do that? Can we manifest it? Chat, manifest a CPU fan out of one of these PCs. Chat, manifest this. What the fuck is this? I have never been shot through this once. That's fine. Manifest it. I hereby summon a CPU fan. There we go.
Look at one of the.
Those are caps. That's caps.
Cap.
CPU fan? Who didn't do it? Today is the day that I go off the deep end. I should not have started my stream today. I'm in a fragile mind state. Like I'm one scav death away. What do you mean, no bullets?
Fucking. I mean.
Don't do it. No, no, no! Oh my god!
I see what I'm saying.
Oh my god. I am gonna fucking freak it, dude. I've never had such a bad day in Tarkov in such little time. I am known throughout the community. You know, I don't got a lot going for me, but mentally, okay, I can take a thrashing. Mentally, I can fucking take a thrashing, and you're gonna do this to me? I was reading some fucking article on like headphone balding, and like I'm just sitting here thinking like, I mean, people pay what? How much fucking money
Where
to
there's a golden
stop being
key,
bald?
there must be a golden
Thousands.
door.
And I would, this would be like, that's the angle that that's my most recent angle of hey Swift, I'm grabbing the item thing. Don't listen to what I'm talking about. This is not important. Where is it?
is the most liberating of
What's going on
metals.
here? Oh my god. Alright, how do I entry? How do I play this? Oh, shut up. Oh, I move with the sound of this.
Just need a moment to catch
When this goes overhead, I peek.
Hey, buddy.
Hello. Oh, I need the 60 rounder for quest. Oh. Hardcore Tarkov, bruh. Priorities, you know? It's a really good kit. I don't even have space for more. Painkillers, please?
Where there's a silver key, there must be a silver door.
What's up, bro?
Hi. Just chilling. How about you?
One-on-one.
Did you guys hear the scav come up? Because I'm about to rip these earphones out and break them in my fucking hands.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
When the time comes to strike, an emperor strikes without hesitation. To end an emperor is only as efficient as those he commands.
I'm gonna bleed out. I'm actually gonna bleed out. I have two HP on my thorax.
You were born for this.
Only one of your
license was completely ascended.
Meds, please. Meds. This fucker. the extract's about to be gone.
You got this, champ.
I'm dead. Nutty shot. How am I alive? Hearing sound. The lighthouse shootout was a banger. Oh, that could definitely be a banger video. Yeah. I think he's working on that. Wait! What up, fucker?
Just need a moment.
Ay, caramba. Fuck! Here's the thing with man. Oh! Hit me. Don't you hit me. Come on. What the fuck was that? Come on. Peek me again. Everybody peek me. Come on. So, your friend has just been killed in the video game Escape from Tarkov. You're thinking to yourself, maybe I'll avenge him.
You will not.
Sir, hello? Please? Oh, hello? No, please, don't nade me. I'm already dead. Please, would you have... Could you spare some kindness? Some... Oh God, please, they're coming to kill me! Save me! You saved me. Save me. Please. I'm so hurt. Save my life. Wait. No way. So what's going on here? This game is fucking for babies, dude. This is a baby. I've mentioned this a few times on my stream, but it's slowly becoming like this is a virtual daycare for little children. Is that me?
Hi guys, this is Pestillion. Welcome to another Escape from Tarkov video. Today I'm talking about everything to expect in the next major patch for Escape from Tarkov. Everything I know, everything that's like written down in questions and interviews and everything. So without further ado, let's crack straight into it. Righto, so first up, let's talk about when we're going to see this next patch. Now, it's currently on date of filming, it's 12th of December. And I wouldn't imagine that the patch would be this week at this stage because we would have heard something by now. Seen a pre-wipe event. So my assumption is that the patch would be at the earliest next week. So that would put it as early as the 20th, maybe the 19th, or probably later on towards the 22nd. If not, then it'll probably be end of the month. But Nikita did say multiple times that they're trying to get it out for December. So there's only a few more weeks left. So it could even be another Christmas Eve wipe.
This isn't the biggest bag over the head punch in the face I ever got. God damn it!
I'll leave that there. So what are we going to see in the next major patch? Now, let's assume it's going to be patch 13.13. And that's what they've been always labeled the patch for the Streets of Tarkov map. The first iteration is going to be coming out. The original plan is to have this giant, massive map that's going to be insanely huge, in-depth and immersive. And they've decided to do it in a bit of like iterations or stage developments. So the first one that will be coming out is still going to be quite large, but it's not going to have all the features involved. But what we will see is a very immersive map, lots of new stuff that we haven't seen before in Escape from Tarkov, besides potentially in some trailers. But as the current build that we play, there's going to be a lot of like images and decals and all the stuff around the map that you wouldn't have seen before. As of the current stage, we do believe, and Nikita has said, that there aren't going to be any new kinds of extractions on this map. It's going to be just the standard types of extracts. You're not going to get that BTR extract or one of the other kind of methods that have been, leaked or seen in trailers and stuff like that. At this stage, you will just have the normal extracts. I do believe you should be able to go straight into the map once the patch is live, so you'll be able to start exploring it. I'll be putting out plenty of guides and my experiences on that map, so you can keep an eye out for that. Next up, we have the new scav boss that's going to be on Zerachi. And he's the scav boss for Lighthouse. Now, what I do know about him, from the images we've seen, he will probably carry a thermal AXMC, which is a 338 bolt action rifle. And the objective of him is to shoot people in the limbs before killing him. He's kind of like a maimer. So if you start getting shot out in the legs by a 338, there's a very good chance that it's him, and he's on the map Lighthouse. So keep an eye out for him. We don't really know a lot about him besides all the images and all the little spoilers from videos, like the Rizzy series that just concluded, but hopefully we'll know a lot more about him once the patch hits. Now, during my interview with Nikita a couple weeks back, he did talk about the new PvE co-op mode features that will be available. That means you'll be able to go into games and potentially be able to respawn people or do all this extra stuff. We don't actually know much about it, but there's going to be a lot of fun stuff to be able to do in the new PvE co-op mode and the offline mode. So I still believe that you're going to need EOD to get access to that one. Another one of those perks of paying that little bit extra money, or a lot extra money. But if you are, in the realm of wanting to do certain types of events, hopefully they'll give stuff like respawn options, even hopefully fly mode. That would be great for filming, but something to keep an eye out for. Now, as for the expansion to the hideout, what we do know is there will be the gym added. We've seen teasers about a gym and the ability to level up skills in your hideout, not when you're in a raid. But we don't know about much of the other stuff. He did talk about having skill books that you could learn in his Q&A with the podcast that featured the 4 females. But he didn't actually say that it was going to be in the next patch. He just said in the story mode, they want to have the ability to learn skills and craft stuff from books. Fingers crossed it is in the new patch, but I actually don't think it's going to be in there just from how I read the transcribe. But you never know. You might be able to get cool skills of crafting something you don't know how to craft from a skill book. Now, there's going to be a heap of changes to the skills system, an overhaul of current skills that are in the game, add new abilities to skills that are in the game, and of course add even new skills to the game. So not exactly sure which ones are what and what's ones and which. So we'll just have to keep an eye out. But next time you're doing something in the game and you're seeing an extra perk happen, that's probably because they added a new thing to one of the skills. As for new guns, we have a leak literally as I was about to record this video. Nikita leaked the AUG, the Steyr. So the Steyr looks like it's going to be definitely in the next patch. I asked him during my interview. He kind of goes, maybe. From the image he just showed, it was actually in like the modding screen of the style. So it looks like you'll be able to get that. And he also did confirm the underbarrel grenade launcher. I do believe there's probably going to be a fair few other guns. It's one of the things BSG love to do. They're gun nuts. They love playing with guns and all that stuff. So there should be extra ones in there. If you're a big gun nut and you love guns, I actually have a video that's going to be launched sometime in the next week where I literally shoot pretty much every single gun in Escape from Tarkov in real life. You actually see the real life gun and then the Tarkov gun and literally copy exactly what I do. And it's actually a pretty cool video. I think I end up shooting like 40 or 50 different guns. Anyway, moving along. Things that might be in but aren't confirmed. I do believe these are things that Nikita want to have in it. When I was doing my interview, I couldn't see any extra information to say that they're being confirmed and being in there. First up, one of the things that I'm probably more excited for is the new grouping system. So when you go to load into a raid, instead of it just being, you know, like you go into the lobby and then you got to wait for your friend to get in there and he's got to show up and then you click invite and then he accepts it and then you can finally click ready. When you're both in your inventory and in your stashes, you should be able to invite someone into your group from there. So that is one of the things that we're definitely working on. Nikita said he was hoping to get it into the next patch, and fingers crossed it's there. The next one I've got as a maybe in. I didn't really get a clear indication from Nikita during my interview. I even went back and rewatched it. And then also people have been questioning him and then talking after my interview and the QAs and stuff. I don't actually believe that the new in-game trader is ready, but it could be. I've kind of got it as a 50-50. So potentially you will be able to go into Lighthouse. There'll be a special dialogue system of special animations and stuff, and you will require special access to get to him. So fingers crossed he's in there, but I'm not 100% sure if he will be. I'm actually leaning to the no. If that was one of the things that were holding him back from posting the patch, I think they would scrap that. I don't know. I'm just assuming and guessing. Next up, labs access. Now during the Q&A with the girls, I couldn't actually see it. I didn't completely understand if it was referencing this patch or in future patches, but it's potential that you won't be able to just go into labs directly from the menu anymore. You will need to get access via going into one of the other maps, being either streets or potentially factory. However, if you go to the main menu screen and labs is still there, then I would say that keycards are still in play and you'll be able to access going to labs like normal. If you load up the game and labs is no longer on that menu, then I would assume that you now need to go through streets or one of the other maps. As for what we definitely will not see in the next patch. So as for streets, I'll just go over the things that I know are not going to be in there, even though it's the first iteration. By the looks of it, there definitely will not be the BTR that we've seen in one of the trailers. You won't be able to use it as a taxi. You won't be able to mount it and shoot the guns. You won't be able to send it on missions. All things that will be coming later on in streets. But at the first iteration, I don't believe any of those things will be there. None of the bosses. There's meant to be a boss in the car sale yard. I don't believe that one will be in there. I can't find any information anywhere saying that they're confirmed. Breakable wall objects. So what I mean by that is in one of the trailers, you could see one of the walls getting broken, and you might be able to use certain charges or grenades or grenade launchers to break them. None of those are going to be available straight away in the first iteration from what I understand. And also there was a question in the Q&A about snipers being on the rooftops and stuff like that, or access to the rooftops. None of that will be in there. All of those should be in there later on. Maybe not the access to the rooftop, but the sniper bots and that, or any other stuff I just said, probably will not be in the next patch. There definitely will not be arena in the next patch. It's going to go into early test service before it's going to go into the mainstream patches anyway. So once, you know, we start hearing rumor that people are doing it on the ETS, that's when you'll probably get to start seeing it come out into the major patches. So yeah, no chance of that right now. And also the main story mode will not be in the patch at all. So that one will also be coming out in 1.0, whenever that is. Maybe next year, maybe the year after, maybe Russia 2028 will have that. I don't know, but it's not out in the next patch. So don't expect to see the 100 quest long storyline with cinematics and all that stuff. Now, if you are enjoying my content, make sure you do like and comment for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe. I'll be pumping out plenty of YouTube videos for the new patch, a lot of highlights and some run-throughs of the game showing the new streets map. And keep an eye out for that IRL Tarkov Guns video. It was a lot of fun making, a lot of people involved in making that happen. So appreciate if you guys will keep an eye out for that. But otherwise, get excited for this wipe. Hopefully it's not too far away. I thought I'd do a rundown so you guys can just have the straight and narrow straight and narrow of what's coming up in the next patch. But lastly, guys, I'll see you next time. Don't blink. I mean, I hit a scout for the life of me though.
Alright. There's a Volsco and aid, but I could buy it up in the day.
That's the good ammo. Let's see if we get the next one. I feel like I'm walking around like a boat.
So we're finally going to be trying out the new Ikelos weapons. We're going to start a magazine. So we're going to see just how...
We're here at the Adventure Lagoon, where all three contestants will go through the whole course and try to see who can do it in the fastest.
Earlier this year, our Xbox 360 finally red-ringed. It's something millions of 360 owners have seen. We tried a handful of homegrown remedies, but nothing resuscitated the system we had poured thousands of hours into. It served us well, but was officially dead. But we were one of the lucky ones. According to the back of the system, ours was manufactured in 2008 and only just finally died. We've heard stories of people having 3 or 4 360s Red Ring on them. How the hell did ours last so long? We had to investigate. The Xbox 360 Red Ring of Death is probably the most well-known hardware malfunction in the history of video games. If you didn't know, around the power switch of the Xbox 360 are 4 LED lights. Green lights are good. 1 to 4 indicates how many controllers are synced to the machine, but red lights signify a malfunction. 1 red light for hardware failure, 2 red lights for overheating, 3 red lights for general hardware failure, and 4 red lights for an AV cable error. Yes, the quote red ring of death is actually only 3 red lights. A true red ring probably just means your AV cables fell out. What caused the red ring of death, and why did it affect so many systems? How were we so lucky, and how did it not completely destroy the Xbox brand?
This is they say. Tread softly.
Just need a moment.
Welcome to Past Mortem, where we break down and explore the stories of video games. And this story is a glimpse into the cutthroat, competitive world of the console hardware business and the importance of customer goodwill and brand strength. This is the story of the Xbox 360 Red Ring of Death. Our story begins in the spring of 2000. Seeing Sony's just-released PlayStation 2 as the latest threat to their lucrative PC gaming market, Microsoft announced on March 10th at the Game Developers Conference they were officially entering the console market with the Xbox. However, difficulties with development and worldwide distribution concerns delayed the Xbox until holiday 2001, putting it almost 2 years behind the PlayStation 2. Despite in many ways having the beefier system, when the dust settled, the PlayStation 2 outsold the Xbox 5-1, costing the tech giant somewhere between $5 to $7 billion in the 4 years it was on the market. It was a crushing defeat for the company. The Xbox's unprofitability wasn't the issue. The system had managed to outsell the Nintendo GameCube, so it wasn't a total flop, but they had failed to make more than a dent in the PlayStation 2's domination in the living room. According to Microsoft's Entertainment and Devices president Robbie Bach, people loved Halo and Xbox Live, but no one loved the console. As a brand, Xbox still had a ways to go. Xbox had a common enemy with the other person at the center of this story, Peter Moore. In August of 1999, Moore became the Sega of America president just before the successful North American launch of Sega's final console system, the Dreamcast. The success of the Dreamcast was short-lived for numerous reasons, not the least of which was the monstrously successful PlayStation 2.
Heard my Dreamcast.
That,
yes. Personal.
Yes, that
definitely. It was personal.
After leaving Sega in 2003, he was hired as corporate vice president of interactive entertainment midway through the Xbox lifespan, just in time to tattoo the final release date of Halo 2 on his arm. He would pull a similar stunt with Grand Theft Auto 4.
I saved the big guns for the big guns.
Working under Robbie Bach, Peter Moore would lead the Xbox brand in the early years of the 360, unfortunately making him the public face of the Red Ring of Death, but that's getting ahead of ourselves. At any rate, by 2003, the team at Xbox was reformed and galvanized under one goal: develop a new system that would bury Sony. According to Robbie Bach, the Xbox was a rehearsal or training ground for their next step. So, with lessons learned, Microsoft started the development of the follow-up system in early 2003 with Greg Gibson and Jay Allard as lead engineers. According to his book, Xbox Revisited, on April 2nd, 2003, Bach officially pitched the follow-up to the Xbox, then known as the Xenon, to Bill Gates and Steve Ballmer. To stay competitive, Bach insisted that the machine be sold at a profit, as opposed to leaning on software and peripherals making money. The Xbox was a significant failure in the then highly coveted Japanese market, and its successor needed to be much smaller and more stylish to appeal to the East. The Xbox's original giant controller, nicknamed the Duke, was an industry laughingstock. It would need to be drastically redesigned. They would go a step further and be the first to make a console's standard controller wireless. The system would need to be capable of high-definition graphics to take advantage of the flat-screen television boom just around the bend. It would need space for a hard drive, capable of backwards compatibility to at least play Halo 1 and 2. After early demos of Epic's Gears of War and its impressive Unreal Engine 3, the team made the contentious decision to double memory from an initial 256 megs to 512 megs. Ever wonder why the 360's giant power supply was external? The 360 was so packed with hardware, there wasn't room in the unit. After striking a deal with Electronic Arts to bring their sports games to the 360, Xbox shuttered their in-house XSN Sports line in order to better utilize in-house game development talent. But the team realized that the system would need to be more than a great gaming machine to win this. Fortunately, one of the few great successes of the original Xbox was Xbox Live, which would be greatly redesigned and expanded, along with a user interface with things like gamer cards, achievements, and the marketplace. It would have the infrastructure for music, TV, and movie streaming, a relatively radical idea for the time. After code names like Trinity, Xenon, Nextbox, and Xbox 2, it will be given the name Xbox 360 and the slogan Jump In, representing the user transporting to the center of an all-encompassing media hub. As the 6th generation of consoles wound down, Xbox set their sights on a holiday 2005 launch, a date picked only because they thought that was when Sony would release the PlayStation 3. Development was not easy. Worse yet, the stakes were high. Sony began preliminary development of the PS3 as early as 2001, but launching behind Sony was not an option, so Microsoft cut corners everywhere they could to keep costs down and get the 360 onto shelves as soon as possible. To help speed up the process, third-party companies were hired to make chips and hardware. Microsoft saw this as a quicker and cheaper advantage over Sony, who largely handled manufacturing themselves. It did have its benefits. For example, Sony's early production actually wound up helping Microsoft. They were able to get IBM to sell them the specs for their PlayStation 3 core processor, which they then used in the 360. However, this would also prove to be a dangerous bet. A defect in any part from any manufacturer could result in a faulty system, and addressing these issues through third parties would be timely. All told, the launch Xbox 360 unit was made with 1,700 different parts from 200 different manufacturers, all fitted into a case considerably smaller than their previous system. What could go wrong? May 2005, Microsoft unveiled the Xbox 360 on a cringy star-studded MTV fever dream. Days later, they held a lengthy presentation at E3 and announced the system would be shipping holiday 2005. It was a proud moment for the team. However, the real bombshell came from Sony, and no, we don't mean the infamous boomerang controller. PlayStation 3 announced a launch window of spring 2006, not holiday 2005. Suddenly, the Xbox 360 would be the first 7th generation console to market. For the Xbox team, the holidays were theirs to lose. A chance for revenge for the Dreamcast and the original Xbox was becoming a very real possibility. The Xbox 360 was riding the hype of E3, but like most system launches, things were far from running smooth. Near the end of development, Microsoft pulled key engineers like Jay Allard from the Xbox team to work on the Zune, their ill-fated iPod competitor. That's right, you can partially blame the Zune for your faulty Xbox 360. Microsoft also allegedly did not do their due diligence in creating debug and testing machines. Machines testing systems coming off assembly lines weren't fully optimized to debug units thoroughly enough. On top of that, Microsoft opted to save a reported $2 million on a $25 million deal by foregoing consulting and ordering only 1/3 of the machines needed to properly evaluate the inventory of units. The Xbox 360 was full of new and advanced tech. Contracted manufacturers struggled to meet Microsoft's quality and inventory demands and were falling behind schedule. As the months went on, Microsoft engineers began voicing concern about a myriad of issues: overheating graphics chips, incorrectly installed and cracking heat sinks, warping motherboards, underperforming memory chips, and faulty disk drives. You might have noticed a trend there: heat. The Xbox 360 had a slim, stylish look, but all that tech was crammed very close together, generating a lot of heat. And with very little ventilation to speak of, it was severely impacting functionality. According to VentureBeat, engineers claimed that by as late as August, Xbox 360 yield rates were 68%, suggesting that essentially 2/3 of all units coming off the line were deemed unshippable to stores, which is to say nothing about the units that were deemed fit for store shelves. Some engineers pleaded with their superiors to shut down production and give them time to track down the root of the malfunctioning issues. But top brass, including senior engineers, kept their eye on the prize. Robbie Bach and Peter Moore ultimately made the call. We were confident the product was ready. But they knew they were cutting it close. Regardless of hype that had been steadily growing for months, Microsoft did not publicly announce the November 22nd release date until just 2 months before on September 15th. By as late as October 7th, they still had not announced shipment numbers, and less than a month out, reports were coming out that Microsoft would not be able to meet holiday demand. Reports claiming that stores were only receiving 1/3 of their orders from Microsoft seemed to confirm the extremely poor manufacturing yield rates. On November 22nd, 2005, despite starting development behind the PlayStation 3 and with a team of just over 200, evidently a small team for such a task, the Xbox 360 was finished and released ahead of the PlayStation 3. It was the hot holiday item.
An Xbox 360, which is the hot toy.
1.5 million systems were shipped worldwide by the end of the year, putting it ahead of the original Xbox's launch. But shortages left people frustrated. Empty-handed consumers would have to settle for exorbitant eBay prices. Conspiracies about artificial shortages began running, and they weren't completely wrong. Microsoft did have a stockpile of 360s in their factories, but the truth is, these were the faulty units. Due to incredibly poor yield rates, Microsoft simply couldn't meet the holiday demand. Now, this type of thing would normally bankrupt most companies, but Microsoft had the deep, deep pockets to take the hit. Victory was bittersweet. Despite having the holiday's hot new video game item and getting out ahead of the PS3, they still could not beat the PS2, which outsold the 360 and moved its 100 millionth unit. And despite all the corner cutting, analysis suggests